Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 Twitter advertising tips that I personally think are the most important when you're trying to grow your brand on Twitter. Alright, number one, using insights to your advantage. Insights are really important. They help you understand what your customers are looking for and what customers react best to the type of posts you're making. Using things such as hashtags, campaigns, and keywords are perfect ways of finding the people that you want to find and that are going to actually value what you're posting. Building brand awareness and consistency is super important if you want your customers to value what you have to say and to come back multiple times and keep interacting with your posts. Now, Twitter is a very effective platform when you want to voice your brand awareness, and that is because it's not really filtered or anything. You can kind of say whatever you want, and there's freedom of speech available to you, so you can really let people know what your product stands for. Some important ways to keep your content consistent is posting every day or every other day. Just keep posting consistently. If you stop posting for a while and then you post again and then you stop and then you post again, the algorithm's not going to value your stuff as much as other people's stuff where they're posting more consistently. Overposting is another very big issue. A lot of people post too much and then their viewers feel bombarded by information and it actually makes them less interested in what you have to say. Picking the right time to post is extremely important. If you're posting at times where your viewers aren't online, you're not going to get anywhere near as much reach as if you're posting when your viewers are online. So using your analytics to see when people are most active is a great way to understand when you should be posting. Considering feedback from your audience is another great way to get them to interact with your posts and to feel more like they're part of what your company stands for. Not only that, but your customers will value you over other companies if they feel like you're considering their thoughts and ideas into your business. Finally, having the ability to understand what customers have problems with and what things need to be worked out is a great way to help with quick support when it comes to helping people understand and kind of get around issues in your company until you can fix them. Kind of like I was saying in the last thing, making your audience feel involved is super important. Creating a post that involves your audience will build brand retention rate, which will make people come back, which is something that everyone wants. And of course, making your audience feel involved helps them feel like they're part of the brand, which is another great way to retain your customer base. On Twitter, it is extremely important to have a well-defined brand base. If you don't have a well-defined brand base, chances are customers won't feel like your company is consistent and professional enough for them to consider interacting with and things like that. A lot of companies tend to change their brand voice way too often, and it kind of throws off their viewers, and it makes it just really difficult for them to connect with them. On Twitter, using automation tools is a great way to keep that consistency that I've been talking about. If you have an automation tool that posts for you, you don't have to be sitting around at your computer at certain times during the day to post your content. You just have to make the content, upload it, and then tell the bot what time to post. And that can help build your brand a lot. It'll help you engage with customers better, and it gets the content out to people when they're online, which is one of the most important things you can do when trying to grow your customer base on any social platform. Taking advantage of Twitter chats is another great way to get people involved with your content. That can be retweets, tweets, Twitter ads, things like that. Just responding to your customers and their comments and stuff on your posts is just a great way all around to make people feel like they're involved with your content and it'll keep them engaged. Getting verified on Twitter is extremely important. People tend to trust verified accounts over non-verified accounts, and it just also helps them understand which accounts are real and which ones are fake, because with most verification processes, you go through a couple things that make you prove that you are who you are saying you are, and that can be through identification of your driver's license or things like that, or company papers. So if there's a little check mark next to your account, people are going to believe that it's the real one, and that's super important when building trust with your customer base on social media, and especially on places like Twitter. Making sure you have a business account on Twitter is extremely important because a business account opens up tools that a regular account does not have. It allows you to directly interact with your customer base easily, and it helps you see data that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise, which is really important when helping you understand who your customer base is and things like that. Finally, keeping your message brief and to the point is extremely important. People don't have that long of a attention span when it comes to reading things on social media, especially when you're just scrolling. You don't want to take the time to read like 3 or 4 paragraphs of information. People are just going to scroll past that. I personally would recommend keeping your posts in between 2 to 5 sentences on Twitter. 5 is still pretty high in my opinion, but like that's definitely the max, like where you should be writing to. And if you do any more than that, people probably aren't going to read what you have to say all the way through, and that can cause issues as well. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you want to learn a little bit more about what I said, these links right here will help you understand that. They have a lot more in-depth information on everything I went over, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.